Alright, we're going to go over how to multiply fractions. So first step, just need some fractions. So let's say we have 1/3 times 1/2. So when you're multiplying fractions, all you need to do is multiply your numerators times numerator and denominator times denominator. So we got 1 times 1 is 1 and 2 times 3 is 6. Just a couple more practice. So let's say we have 2/3 times 3/4. So again, numerator times numerator, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 4 is 12. The first one we did, we got 1/6, and you can't reduce that. But on the second one, we got 6/12, which can be reduced. You can divide both of those by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And 12 divided by 3 is 4, and that can be reduced again by 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we end up with 1/2. Now there's an easier way to do this without having to do all the reducing at the end. If we take that original 2/3 times 3/4, and there's a property in math called the commutative property. And I'll show you that in just a second. Alright, so the commutative property, and what that says, or what it means in math, is when you're multiplying, it doesn't matter if you do 2 times 3 or 3 times 2. It's going to be the same. So instead of multiplying these fractions out as they are, I'm going to rewrite them and put it as 3/3 times 2/4. And so now I can rewrite or reduce these fractions before I even get started. 3/3 can reduce to 1/1, and 2/4 can reduce to 1/2. So now I just multiply like I was doing. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2. And I got to half a little bit quicker that way. Now you don't have to rewrite the fractions as I did. There's another way you can do it as well. I'll show you on the next slide. So again, we got 3/4 times 2/9. Well, 3/4 doesn't reduce and 2/9 doesn't reduce. And I could go to the trouble of rewriting these fractions, but I really don't need to if I can just see that I can cross-reduce. So I'm going to look at this 2 and the 4. I'm going to reduce them both by 2. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4 twice, and then I look across at the 3 and 9. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 9 3 times. So now I can multiply. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 3 is 6. Now it's not wrong to reduce at the end, but it'll save you some work if you go ahead and reduce your fractions before you start multiplying. And this really comes into factor when you start getting into larger fractions. So let's show you one of the benefits of this. So let's say we have 5/64 times 4/15. Now I don't know about you, but I really don't want to do 64 times 15 if I don't have to. So now I can apply what I just learned with this cross reducing before I multiply. So 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 15 3 times, and then 4 will go into 64. So 4 goes into 4 once, and then 4 goes into 64 16 times. So now I have 1 times 1 is 1, numerator times numerator, and then denominator times denominator, 16 times 3. And 16 times 3 is still a little bit of work, but it's not as much work as 64 times 15. So 3 times 6 is 18, and 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So 1/48. So that is how you multiply fractions. I almost forgot one more thing. And that's multiplying a fraction by a whole number. So let's say we have 2/3 times 5. All you have to do this is turn that 5 into a fraction. And to do that, all you need to do is put it over 1. So anytime you have a whole number, just put that whole number over 1. And now it's a fraction. So 5 over 1, 5 divided by 1 is still 5. So we still have the same value. So we didn't really change anything there. So now we do 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 goes into 10 3 times with 1 left over. So our answer is 3 1/3.